Deep dive. Today, we're really getting into some potent ideas from the courageous pursuit of purposeful leadership.
That's right.
We want to unpack what it really means to lead, and maybe more importantly, to live with purpose.
Hmm.
And our mission here really is to give you a kind of shortcut, a clearer lens on these sometimes complex ideas.
Yeah, cutting through some of the noise.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
this isn't just about job titles or, climbing the ladder. It feels much more fundamental.
It really is. We're talking about a universal potential that sits inside everyone, potential for influence, for impact.
Okay.
And these aren't just like abstract theories for a textbook. They're meant to be actionable insights for you listening right now in your daily life.
So practical takeaways. I like that.
Definitely thinking about how you can actually use this stuff.
All right, let's jump in. The first big insight comes from what the source calls leadership rule, #33.
Okay.
And it states, get this, everybody is called to be a leader, but not everyone learns how to lead. Everybody is called. That's pretty bold. What does that even mean, this universal call? Are we all supposed to be CEOs?
No, not exactly. It's definitely not about a specific title or position.
Okay.
The emphasis is really on this inherent potential that every single person has, like an innate ability to influence things, to have an impact.
So it's something we're born with.
In a way, yes. It's woven into how we connect and act as humans. It's this latent power, you could say.
Latent power of...
Yeah, waiting to be unlocked. And it doesn't matter what your job is or what role people think you have. The key thing is your title doesn't set your leadership limit. Your capacity does.
That really reframes things, doesn't it? From authority to influence.
Exactly.
But, okay, if we all have this potential, why don't more people, step into it? What holds people back? Is it psychological or...
That's a great question. I think a big part of it is just how we define leader. People hear that word and immediately think boss or manager.
Right, the corner office.
Yeah, so they just overlook the daily chances they have to influence situations or people around them.
So recognition is the first step.
Mm-hmm.
But then how do you actually do it? How do you go from having potential to actually, leading effectively?
Well, the source points to cultivating specific inner qualities. It's not just about skills, it's deeper. It mentions self-awareness, empathy, and wisdom.
Okay, let's unpack those a bit. Self-awareness, that's knowing yourself.
It's knowing yourself, yes, but crucially, it's also about understanding your impact on other people.
Okay. Like how you come across.
Precisely. And recognizing your own biases, your blind spots, and knowing what really drives you deep down.
And empathy, not just feeling sorry for someone.
No, much more than that. It's really trying to see the world from their perspective, stepping into their shoes, genuinely understanding where they're coming from.
Right. And wisdom. That sounds weighty.
It is, but it's distinct from just having knowledge or being smart. Wisdom is more like the insight you gain from experience. It helps you make good judgment calls.
So it guides your influence.
Exactly. It helps ensure your influence serves the good purpose, not just hitting a target, but maybe elevating the situation or the people involved. These qualities, they're what separate truly inspiring leaders from people who just happen to have power.
So it comes back to character, not just position. The source says it plainly. Ultimately, true leadership is not about titles or authority, but about harnessing one's unique gifts to serve and elevate others.
That's the core message right there.
But that feels challenging sometimes, right?
Yeah.
In the real world, you often have targets, competition, pressure to advance. How do you balance serving others with, say, needing to hit your numbers?
That tension is definitely real, and that's where courage comes in.
Oh.
The idea, I think, is that when you lead from a place of service, of genuinely trying to elevate others, you actually build more trust, more loyalty.
Which could lead to better results anyway.
In the long run, absolutely. It might even foster more creativity and engagement, which helps hit those targets. It's about shifting how you see it. Service isn't opposed to goals. It can be the best way to them. It's about how you use your influence.
And speaking of courage, let's be real. Leading people can be scary.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, making decisions that affect others' work, their careers sometimes, guiding a team when you don't have all the answers. I definitely remember times my stomach was in knots leading a project. I bet a lot of our listeners can relate to that feeling.
For sure. That fear is legitimate. And the source acknowledges that directly. It says, it takes courage to lead because leading people can be scary. No sugarcoating it.
Right.
But then comes the really crucial part, the clarification that changes everything. It says, courage doesn't mean fearless. It means the willingness to persevere in the face of fear.
Okay, say that again. Not fearless, but
Willingness to persevere despite the fear. It's not about somehow eliminating the fear because, let's face it, that's often impossible.
right, fear happens.
It does. Courage is the choice you make next. Do you let the fear stop you? Or do you acknowledge it, feel it, and then act anyway? It's an active choice, a perseverance.
That makes so much sense. Persevering through fear, not waiting until it disappears. Thinking back, when I felt that pressure leading that team,
Hmm.
maybe what they needed wasn't someone fearless, but just someone willing to keep going, even with the uncertainty.
Exactly. Often that's precisely what people need, commitment and forward motion, even if the leader is wrestling with their own doubts internally.
So if courage is this willingness to persevere,
Yeah.
how do you build that? Is it like a muscle you can develop or just something you have or don't?
Oh, you can definitely cultivate it. It's not just innate. But the source points somewhere interesting for where to start.
Okay.
It says, the lesson begins with you and your journey into conquering your own fears, prejudices, and preconceived notions.
So it loops back to that self-awareness again.
Precisely. Before you can lead others through tough times, you need to face your own internal stuff. Your own anxieties, your biases, the stories you tell yourself.
Kind of like know thyself as the foundation for courage.
Exactly. It's about building that internal resilience. When you understand and start to conquer your own internal barriers, you build the, let's say, emotional and mental strength to push through when the external challenges hit. It's less about being tough and more about being deeply honest with yourself.
Facing your own internal dragons. That connects really well to another huge idea in the source, doesn't it? About what actually fuels us, what gives us that direction beyond just the day-to-day challenges.
Hmm. You're probably thinking of rule #29.
Yes. Leadership rule, #29. Your purpose can be exercised in your profession, but your profession will never be your purpose.
Such a powerful distinction.
And the source sets it up so relatably, saying something like, it's Friday, we made it to the end of the work week. You know, that feeling we all get.
Yeah, that collective sigh of relief.
But this rule pushes us way past just looking forward to the weekend. It's asking us to think about something much, much deeper about our work.
It really is. The core message is, well, it's pretty simple but profound. It's not so much about what we do, but about why we do it.
The what versus the why.
Exactly. It draws a clear line between your occupation, your job, your career path, and your actual, intrinsic purpose.
Okay, explain that difference more. Occupation versus purpose.
Think of it like this. Your occupation is kind of the external stuff, the tasks you do, the role you have, maybe the company you work for. It's often defined by others, by job descriptions, by salary.
The external expression, as the source puts it.
Right. Purpose, though, that's internal. It's that intrinsic North Star. It's your core values, your personal mission, what genuinely motivates you at your deepest level. It's the reason behind the actions.
So the profession is the vehicle, maybe, but the purpose is the compass guiding the journey.
That's a great analogy, yeah. The vehicle, your job, might change over your life. You might switch careers, get promotions, whatever. But that inner compass, your purpose, ideally stays constant, guiding you regardless of the specific job.
Okay, I think I get the distinction. But how does knowing this difference actually change things, like on a practical level, day to day? What does it feel like to work from purpose compared to just doing your job?
Oh, it changes the entire experience. When you're just doing your job, you might focus on the tasks, the deadlines, the paycheck, which is fine, but
But it can feel like just going through the motions sometimes.
exactly. When you connect with your purpose, even mundane tasks can feel meaningful because you see how they connect to your bigger why. You're not just, say, answering customer emails, you're living your purpose of helping people solve problems, perhaps.
Okay. So it infuses the what with meaning from the why.
Precisely. And this isn't just about feeling warm and fuzzy. It genuinely builds resilience. When things get tough at work, if you're connected to your purpose, you have a deeper wellspring of motivation to draw from. It fosters creativity, too, because you're thinking beyond just the task list.
And the source urges us to act on this, right? It says, so don't just finish the work week, but continue to carry out the purpose for which you are at work.
Yeah, it's a call to action. Don't just mentally check out on Friday. Carry that why with you. Let it inform how you do your work, how you interact with people.
So connecting this back,
Yeah.
distinguishing purpose from profession, how did that empower the kind of leadership we talked about earlier, the rule #33 leadership?
It's the fuel. If true leadership is about serving and elevating others using your gifts, rule #33, then understanding your purpose, rule #29, gives you the reason and the direction for doing that.
Okay, make that connection clear.
Well, let's say your purpose is fostering understanding between people. Your profession might be project manager.
Okay.
Instead of just managing timelines and budgets, you actively look for ways to improve communication within your team, to ensure everyone feels heard, to bridge different perspectives. You're leading, influencing, elevating, driven by your inner purpose through the vehicle of your profession.
So your purpose guides how you lead, regardless of the specific job tasks.
Exactly. It transforms potentially mundane roles into opportunities for meaningful impact and genuine leadership, even if you don't have the official leader title. It provides that authentic core we talked about.
Wow. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. This has been a really rich deep dive.
It really has.
We have explored this idea of a universal call to leadership that's inside all of us, not tied to a title.
Based on influence, not authority.
Right. And we redefined courage, not being fearless, but that crucial willingness to persevere despite the fear.
A choice we make.
And then that vital difference between our profession, the what we do, and our deeper purpose, the why.
The compass versus the vehicle.
Exactly. We really hope this deep dive has given you, our listener, some valuable shortcuts to understanding these powerful ideas and maybe seeing your own potential a bit differently.
And maybe just one final thought to leave you with, something to chew on.
Please.
If we accept rule #33 that everyone is called to lead by serving and elevating others using their unique gifts, and if we accept rule #29 that our true purpose is separate from but can be exercised in our profession,
Right.
then how does deeply understanding and connecting with that internal purpose, that why, become the ultimate sustainable energy source for the courage needed to lead authentically and impactfully?
So purpose fuels courage, which enables leadership.
That's the question to explore. How are you actively working to align that inner why with your outer what? Not just on Friday, but every day. How does knowing your purpose give you the strength to persevere when leadership feels scary?
That is definitely something to mull over, a powerful question that could really shift things. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Thank you.
We hope you'll take these ideas, reflect on them, and maybe find ways to weave them into your own journey. Until next time.